our approach is to use of nanoparticle for the green synthesis of biomolecules. So mainly we are focusing on the multi-compound synthesis of biomolecules using nanoparticle as a catalyst. So before this is the outline, first I will give a brief discussion about the green chemistry and green synthetic approaches. Then I will talk about the nanocatalysis, their advantages and limitations, and especially in this talk I will talk about the zirconium oxide and nano nickel ferrite as a magnetic catalyst for the synthesis of drug-like molecules.
I request you, all the persons, please remain silent. Please.
So, green chemistry, why we need green chemistry? So, in the recent era, pollution is the greatest problem, and that arises due to the mainly from the soil pollution, water pollution, and that arises due to the vehicle and factory emission. But we as a chemist, every day we are polluting our nation by throwing the chemicals in the dustbin or drain. But we are not, the chemists are working continuously to overcome this problem, and so different green alternative approach has been developed. Among these, reaction in neat, reaction in water, and use of ion liquid has been used tremendously. Among recently, heterogeneous catalysts, we cannot avoid inorganic synthesis catalysis. So heterogeneous catalysts, that heterogeneous means they are not miscible with the reaction system, and we can reuse the after reaction. So that is also green alternative approach. In this field, nanocatalysis basically link between homogeneous and heterogeneous. We know heterogeneous are less active, homogeneous are more active. But heterogeneous are reusable, homogeneous not reusable. But using nano, we can get the advantage of both the discipline, or heterogeneous and homogeneous. So what is nano? Everyone know it is 1 billionth of a meter, and if we compare the earth size and football size, the ratio is the same if we compare the size of a football to a fullerene. So they are very near nano tiny particle, and different shape of nanoparticles there. They can be particulate, spherical, or they can be sheet or rod shape or one dimensional, 3-dimensional structure. So nanocatalysis is an advantage because they are the nanocatalysts are nanoparticle very high surface area. So they are large surface area, and they link homogeneous, heterogeneous, and advantage of the both discipline we can obtain. And of course green perform because using nanocatalyst we can get the reaction done under mild air condition. But challenges is due to the aggregation, and which lost their stability and catalytic efficiency, and also the toxicity of the heavy metal and nanoparticles. So this is the, if you chop down this one, the surface area increases, and here the picture shows that only 4 gram of the carbon nanotube have the same surface area as that of football ground. So we can imagine the size of football ground, but the same size, same surface we can get by if you take only 4 gram of the carbon nanotube. So the aggregation I told is main problem for metal nanoparticle and toxicity. But if we use metal oxide nanoparticle, they are quite highly stable at elevated temperature and easy to synthesize, and they have surface hydroxide and oxide group. So similar groups can repel each other, and the aggregation can be restricted. So here is the surface hydroxide and oxide group, and due to presence of oxide and hydroxide, we can get Lewis acid and Lewis basic property in the metal oxide nanoparticle. So in our research, in our group, mainly we are focusing these on nanoparticle: silica, copper oxide, zirconium oxide, nickel ferrite. In this talk, I will talk about these 2 nanoparticles. Recently we are working on these 2. So only this is a pharmaceutical R&D collaboration. Biological side, we can have an amazing reaction mechanism for a molecule to be added, and chemistry we can prepare a compound of the great potency. So all together, then pharmaceutical all together can get clinical drugs. So our focus in the development of new biological active molecule. So drug or natural synthetic molecule, drug can be naturally occurring or synthetic. Synthesis, multi-step, toxic, exchange catalyst, time consuming, and environmental issue, pollution. So the 2 issue to address all the problem, we can have a green synthetic approach where we can get atom economy, waste reduction, and all these 12 principles of green chemistry. By using nanoparticle, we are trying to get all these things done. So now I want to talk about the synthesis and characterization of zirconium and their application. So first we have prepared zirconium oxide nanoparticle from zirconium oxychloride followed by the calcination. So only calcinide 500 and 800. 500 give tetragonal zirconium and 800 give monoclinic zirconium. These are the XRD pattern of tetragonal and this is the XRD pattern of monoclinic. So these two zirconium oxide prepared in this method are totally phase pure. There is no impurity present in the both method. And these are the nanoparticle size from TEM image. You can see really spherical size, and this is magnified HRTM. This is same image, and this is particle size distribution. So using this zirconium oxide nanoparticle, we have developed a multi-component protocol for the synthesis of benzyl pyrazole coumarin and pyrano 2,3,C pyrazole derivative. So you know that coumarin derivative, this is benzyl coumarin. They are biologically active and different marketed drugs are available. This is also this is called pyrazolone derivative. There in this molecule also several marketed drugs are available. So we thought, why not to combine these two and prepare a new molecule. So for this is the benzyl coumarin. This is the benzyl coumarin unit, and this is pyrazolone, and this could be a new molecule. And we have prepared this. So before that, we screen in collaboration the in silico binding affinity of this to the COX-2 inhibitor, and we found that the molecule really fits into the protein cavity molecule, and these are some binding interaction. And we have shown some data that Moldov score, hydrogen bond score. This 1A and 2A mean individual molecule of benzyl coumarin and pyrazolone, and 3 stands for the combined molecule, and everywhere see that combined molecule has better affinity than the individual molecule. Then we have tried a synthetic approach that we mixed 4 components, the hydrogen derivative, ethyl acetate, aldehyde, and coumarin, 4-hydroxycoumarin. Then we got this beautiful molecule. These are the abstract. So these three components, and one component is there, and we are getting benzyl pyrazole coumarin in presence of zirconium oxide nanoparticle. And these are the some selected example for the pyranopyrazole, and these are the selected example for the benzyl pyrazole coumarin, which we have synthesized using zirconium oxide nanoparticle at room temperature. And to study the reaction mechanism, we found that this intermediate 1 and 2 is formed, and if we combine separately intermediate 1 and 2, we could get the final product easily under the reaction condition. And these are the reusability of the nanoparticle, and we have seen that reusability, that surface hydroxyl of the nanoparticle is decreased when after reusability. So these are the another set of molecules. There is pyranochromine derivative also has been synthesized by using zirconium oxide nanoparticle, and these are the 3 different types of, that is dihydropyranochromine, aminochromine, and chrominochromine derivatives has been prepared by using zirconium oxide nanoparticle. And these are the some examples. So the problem with the zirconium oxide is separation. To separate zirconium oxide, we have taken centrifuge after the reaction. That is really problematic sometimes. So we thought, why not to prepare magnetic nanoparticle which can be separated by using an external magnet. So next we step up a project with a nickel ferrite nanoparticle which is magnetic in nature. So first we have synthesized using standard procedure, and you can see that the nanoparticles are highly magnetic in nature, and in presence of time is over.
Okay,
just two more. So these are the key image of the, this is XRD pattern of the nanoparticle we have synthesized, and this is the another important molecule, imidazopyridine, that has defined pharmaceutical activity and the drug molecule that is reported in the market, and mostly 3 functionalized imidazopyridines are reported, but we have focused here 2 functionalized. Only nitro and CWD functionalized group is reported, no alkoxy group. So So we could prepare here the alkoxy substituted imidazopyrin as new molecule. And these are the list of some important compounds which have been prepared by us. Now another the small reaction we have studied, the nanonickel ferrite efficiently catalyzed dehydrogenation of ketone to alcohol and the hydrogenation of alkene to alkane. The hydrogenation takes place under ruthenium and palladium free condition. We have also observed that nanonickel ferrite in water efficiently catalyze all type of Michael addition using classical carbon-carbon bond formation, carbon-nitrogen, carbon-oxygen bond formation. And these are the publications that we have discussed in this. So I would like to acknowledge Department of Chemistry, Guru Ghasidas University, and funding agency DST and UGC. And these are the students, my PhD student Arjit Saha and Somen Paira for their hard work. And finally, all of us unite to save our Mother Earth, preserving its green. And thank you very much for your presence.